What's up, Pretty Little Liars fans? I'm CandidCrandell, and this week we are talking about Season 4, Episode 10. Mrs. De Laurentiis offers to let Emily and her mom stay at her house while their house is getting repaired. Creepy. Jake and Aria are hanging out a lot, and I am not a fan of that. Boo Jaria. Ezria forever. Wren is back at Radley. Mona says that the reason that she killed Wilden is because she feels like she's on the same side as the girls now, and she wanted to help them because Wilden was bothering them. Wren doesn't believe anything she's saying and says that he knows that she's stopped taking her medication. Uh-oh. Toby receives the sheet music from A that was at the end of the last episode. The note on it says, "Leave the lamb alone and go for the lion," meaning that they need to leave Eddie Lamb alone because he doesn't know anything. They need to go back and talk to Dr. Palmer. Emily is staying in Allie's old room, and it is so freaking creepy, but I need her to do some more digging, okay? If I were in that room, I would be digging through everything, trying to find a diary, anything that might give some kind of clues to what happened. Come on, girl, get with it. Hannah hunts down Wren to talk to him about Mona. When Hannah leaves Wren, he picks up his cell phone and calls someone and says that there's a problem. He says he'll take care of things on his end and that they need to take care of things on their end. Who is he talking to? Wren is totally involved in something. I just don't trust him. Why do you have to make the phone call right then? Sketchy. Best news of the entire episode. Malcolm isn't Ezra's son. Yay! Yay! Maggie is a bitch. Also kind of really mad though, because the only reason that Ezra and Aria aren't together is because she's like, well, he has a son and like, I just can't get in the way of that. Well, now you can because he doesn't have a son. Oh wait, but you're making out with Jake. Boo. Wren goes to Veronica to warn her about Mona. He says that he's not sure what she's up to, but that she is extremely dangerous, she's off her meds, and he's very worried that she is going to try to flip her confession to hurt the girls. The apartment that Toby found the phone number connected to definitely housed CeCe Drake. Aria goes there and is looking for her and asks a girl coming out of the apartment, I'm looking for CeCe Drake, and the girl very much knows who CeCe is. She clearly lived there. Apparently, Allie got CeCe kicked out of college. The girl that Aria is talking to also says that CeCe called Allie and her 4 friends the she-devils. They didn't know her until she came back into town, but according to this girl that Aria met, CeCe knew them and was very mad at them. Mrs. De Laurentiis tells Emily how she used to see Allie everywhere. Emily shares that she has also felt like she's been seeing Allie. I'm wondering if it's a reference to the twin thing? Hannah goes over to the De Laurentiis house and no one is home except Redcoat. I'm so mad at Hannah for being like completely oblivious to everything that's going on, because she could have just turned around and tackled Redcoat right there and then we would all know who it is. But no, we have to wait 2 more weeks. Toby and Spencer go to visit Dr. Palmer. He seems to be doing even worse than he was before, and he really doesn't remember a lot about what him and Toby talked about before. They show him the sheet music and he doesn't really have any association with it until Spencer goes over to the piano and starts to play the song. Then he seems to think that Spencer is Toby's mother. He's having a flashback hallucination type situation. Spencer tries to talk to Dr. Palmer as Toby's mom, trying to figure out who the blonde girl that he was telling her to stay away from was. And he says that he doesn't remember any blonde girl. As Dr. Palmer is leaving his visit with Spencer and Toby, he says, "Oh, could you please show Mrs. De Laurentiis to my office?" Mrs. De Laurentiis? What was she doing at Radley? Veronica goes to visit Mona and threatens her, essentially saying that if she is trying to mess with her daughter and her friends, that she will make sure that she is locked away in a cell until her hair turns gray. Go Veronica Hastings, yeah girl, yeah. Ezra calls Aria and she declines it. Aria, I am so upset with you right now. I'm so upset with you. Ezra needs you right now. He just found out that Malcolm isn't his son and he needs some makeup sex. Pronto. Spencer confronts Mrs. De Laurentiis and asks her if she knows a Dr. Palmer. Mrs. De Laurentiis admits that she does remember Dr. Palmer, but she only saw him the one time. Then we get an Allie flashback in this episode. Super exciting. We haven't had one of those in a while, and this one is super juicy. Allie is sitting in her living room playing the piano, and Mrs. De Laurentiis comes in, and she is pissed off at Allie. Apparently, she got a call from Radley saying that her daughter was there and that she was a danger to herself and that she wanted to stay. Mrs. De Laurentiis rushes to Radley and finds none other than CeCe Drake dressed in Allie's clothes, pretending to be Allie. Weird. So weird. Allie finds this whole thing very funny. Is like, oh my god, I can't believe CeCe actually did it. So it seems like it was some kind of game that they were playing. Mrs. De Laurentiis makes sure to tell Allie that it is not a game, it's not funny, and that her friendship with CeCe is over. Allie doesn't look too happy about that. Mrs. De Laurentiis says that Allie and CeCe's friendship was extremely obsessive and it made her uncomfortable. She describes it as they wore each other's personalities. Veronica is being accused of obstruction of justice. An anonymous tip came in saying that Veronica bullied Mona into making the confession. So now Veronica needs to no longer be Ashley's lawyer, because if she continued to be her lawyer, the prosecution would find a way to use the obstruction charge against the whole case. Wren is the one who made the anonymous tip about Veronica obstructing justice, and it's so interesting because he just went to see Veronica to try to get on her good side, so he's trying to make it seem like he couldn't possibly be involved. Oh, Wren, you sneaky son of a bitch. While Wren is on the phone, he is coloring in the picture that he showed Mona earlier, a girl who's wearing a coat, and he's coloring the coat red. Someone has been living underneath the De Laurentiis house. The serviceman actually discovers it when he comes to fix the radiator. Mrs. De Laurentiis doesn't really seem concerned. She thinks that maybe someone was staying there when their house was empty and abandoned. I think it's Redcoat. At the end of the episode, we see Abe planting Ashley's dirty Manolos in the wreckage of Emily's house. What? We are only one episode away from the summer finale of Pretty Little Liars, World War A. I'm getting super excited. Let me know down in the comments what some of your predictions are for these next few episodes. If you don't already, you can follow me on Twitter. My username is CandidCrandell. You can also follow me on Tumblr, username CandidCrandell. And you can follow me on Instagram, username, you guessed it, CandidCrandell. I put out videos every Tuesday and Thursday on my channel, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again on Tuesday. Bye.